This is what we're going to need for our reading pillow. We're going to need a front and a back. This is literally just for the front of the reading pillow, and also a piece of batting. Now, I don't know what size your pillow is going to be. Mine's going to be 15 inches by 15 inches, so I always make mine a little bit bigger. I make it 16 inches by 16 inches. So this is just for the front panel. Then we're going to have 2 more pieces of 16 by 16, and this is going to be for the back envelope part of our reading pillow. We're going to have our pockets for our books on our reading pillow, and what I did was I got a 16 inch by 16 inch and then I cut that in half. And then I also put a piece of batting in between. You're going to need something to stabilise this because you can have books in here. So you don't want to do it just out of fabric. You're going to have something in between here. And I use some quilting batting. I have this handle piece that is going to be 27 inches long. And it's going to be 4.5 inches in width. And we'll be folding this over like so. Then I'm going to have a little piece of binding that I'm going to put over the top of my pockets for my reading pillow, just to hide the raw edges. So I'm going to deal with the free motion quilting section of this. This is going to hold both of our sections together. A great way to learn how to free motion quilt because it's just a tiny little area. So we're going to free motion quilt this section. And we're going to free motion quilt this section, which is our pockets for our reading pillow. I use a baby lock soprano, and I am going to just take this setting down. So I'm just going to use all of these settings here on a straight stitch. I am just going to use a white polyester thread in the top of my thread here. I have attached my open toe foot. This is for free motion quilting. I have lowered my feed dogs and I have put some white bobbin into the bobbin case. Just going to do a very quick free motion quilting meander. This is really easy to do. And I'm also going to insert the pink section of my reading pillow, and I'm going to also free motion quilt on this. So this is what we have so far. We have the main section of the reading pillow, and we also have the pockets for the reading pillow. Let's do the binding strip that's going to go to the top here. I have folded my binding like so. It is 2¼ inches in width and it is 16 inches in length, and I folded it in on itself and folded that in on itself and then folded it in like so. So what we have to do is we're going to open it up like so, and right where this crease is we're going to stitch right along this line here. Bring your feed dogs up, put your regular foot on and start sewing all the way down that line. Then once you've stitched it, you're going to fold this over so the whole thing goes over itself, and then we're going to fold it to the back side like so, and then we're going to stitch that into place. So now we have the pocket piece with its binding on our reading pillow and the back of the reading pillow. So now let's deal with the handle that's going to be on top here. So this is the strip for the handle. It's not going to be this length. We are going to make it shorter, and we're going to fold it in on itself like so and press. Once you have this part done, you open it up because we have created a center seam, and we're going to fold this in on itself and then fold the other section in on itself. Once you have them edges turned in, you're going to turn the whole project in on itself like so. And then just stitch down both sides. And there we go, we now have a strap for the top of our reading pillow. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I make the envelope part of my reading pillow. I am going to fold, so this is one of my 16 inches by 16 inches. I'm going to fold it over and I'm going to press. This is going to create a little bit of stability on the back. And then we have this raw seam. We're going to want to make sure that we hem this raw seam here. Just fold it back 1/4 inch and fold another section back 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to sew this hem into place on our reading pillow, and I'll do the same thing for the other section. And then once you have done the hem on these, you're going to take them back over to the sewing machine, sew along the line that we actually made, and sew these down into place. I'm going to start building the pillow. I would recommend that you baste both these sections down here so you're not fighting with too many loose seams. So I am going to baste the side of the reading pillow pocket and at the bottom, and I also cut away any of the edges and made them nice and clean. So I've sewed around the edges of my pocket just less than 1/4 inch seam. Let's build the back of our reading pillow, and I'm also going to attach the hanger to the top. Figure out where you want to place your handle and how long you want your handle to be, and make sure that the excess is facing away because you want the handle on the inside of your pillow. Cut away the excess and clip in place with wonder clips or pins. Now I'm going to layer the back of my reading pillow. Now I want to see this detail on the back. I actually think it adds a nice detail. So I am going to place one of my sections on the pillow like so, and then I'm going to place the other side overlapping our other section, and I like to have a nice big overlap between the two, and my overlap is roughly about 5 inches. And then what you're going to find is if you turn this over, you're going to have some excess here that you're going to have to cut away. Secure everything around the reading pillow with wonder clips or pins. I am going to sew the section with the handle down first. I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and sew a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch seam. At this point, what we need to make sure is that we're catching every single seam. So we want to be catching the front and the back and sew all the way down. Oh, and plus the handles. Once I've sewed the section with the handles, I'm going to continue on all the way down around the pillow. You don't have to leave anything open, you just sew all the pillow all the way around. If I have too much excess around my pillow, I will cut that excess away, especially where I can see these handles here. I'll just chop them away. Now, make sure that everything is stitched down and you haven't missed any parts on the pillow, and then you can just turn it right sides out. When you've turned it right side out, give it a good press and then put it into your pillow insert. And here is your finished reading pillow. Now you can put your favourite magazine in or your favourite book. Perfect for Christmas gift or any kind of gift really. What do you think? Leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.